Hi everyone. As you've said, my name is Mzukisi Mbutuma. So today I'll be talking about the importance of not giving up, which is something that I'm gonna be relating to because, honestly speaking, this has been a tough year for me. But I've made a decision that I'm not gonna let go. So first, I grew up in the township in Strand, which is where I'm living now, and like I've been going through a lot of things that made me like grow up so quick. And also on my on the time I was doing the primary school grades, so I was one of the kids that were chosen to be sponsored by Imibala because of how talented we were in terms of art. So as the time goes, I went to high school, and during my high school, oh, that's me on the other side. So yeah, during my high school times, I was sponsored by.
Hold your mic down a bit.
Oh, sorry. I was sponsored by Imibala through the in terms of the clothing, the uniform, and all those things. But I had something on my mind, which was seeking for value, because during my high school times, like I was one of those kids like who were down in classrooms, and like a lot of people were insulting me like with that, of which it was something that was hurtful. So as the time goes, I just told myself that during the time I was starting grade 12, which was that time, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna go to varsity, and when I'm at university, that's when I'm gonna get the value that I want. But in university, that was not the only thing that I wanted, because I knew that I was talented. So I had to go for something higher than being at varsity, which was being a well-known artist, So in 2018, that's where everything started, because I was traveling from Strand. That's when I started to travel from Strand. Then I started this business of drawing people's portrait. And I was satisfying a lot of people with this business, and I was so proud of myself, and I was recognized as the best artist in Strand. So, yeah, so with that, so I just had this vision of moving out from the hood, which was 2019. I moved out of the hood, and I lived in O3. Yeah, which is also quite far from campus, CPUT. But my goal was just to move out of the township because I was getting a lot of distractions. So when I went there, I managed to have like my own space. Then I started a business of drawing people's. I started an Instagram page because while I was in the hood, I was only using WhatsApp and Facebook because I was keeping it local. So in order to keep it like nationwide, I used Instagram. Yeah, so I used Instagram, and that's where the /the artist thing came. Then I started that. So last year, I just had this vision of working with celebrities, and the thing that I didn't have on my mind is enough knowledge about what I want to do, but I just wanted to do it. I didn't care what's gonna be required and all that. I just wanted to do it, and things happened. I managed to work with a couple of celebrities. Uzikona Swezaka is one of the top actors. I'm sure you all know youngster CPT, and that's Sia Peile on the other side. So during those times, like I told you guys that I have like a lack of knowledge. So I didn't know the negative effects of being a well-known person, and like I just went through a lot of things during last year, more especially when COVID hit it. So I was not able to deliver some of my works to other countries, because I was getting a lot of clients from other provinces. So I had to wait. But yeah, what I like about myself, I didn't take that as an excuse. I just pushed really hard, and I worked, and the work really paid off because I was still getting the recognition that I wanted. But yeah, so another side effect that I experienced last year is that a lot of people, just because I'm working with celebrities, they thought I'm a celebrity, of which of which like it's yeah, it's good, but it's bad just at the same time. Yeah, because like I was getting a lot of pressure. Some people were starting to ask me for money. Others were starting to like, tell me about their problems and all that, So I was those NJ type of vibes, Yeah, so like it was pretty awesome, and to be honest, like I enjoyed it because like it felt so good to be valued by people, and when people respect you to doing what you love. But yeah, as the time goes, at the end of in the middle of last year, when we got back to campus, like we had like too much work, and also at the same time my business was booming, so I had to I had to like try by all means like that I'm gonna have to like multitask and do my things exactly as I want. So like as I say that I was going through a lot. So after June, that was my mind. Everything that you see, like almost everything that you see on that mind was on my mind. Like it was really a tough time. Like I was living here near the circle in Salt River. Sometimes I used to walk to campus, and when I'm walking to campus to CPUT, like I feel so depressed, I feel so stressed. I don't know what's happening to my life. Like I'm just pushing myself. There's no motivation, there's no nothing. I just want to get what I want, because the reason why I moved out of the hood was because of campus. So I cannot let go. So what happened is, after I was going through all of this, I moved back from the township, But before I moved back to the township, I started talking to people to people about this, like, "Ish, bruh, like, yeah, man, it's gonna feel good to be back to the hood." And people were like, "What? Are you going back to the hood?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, that's where I grew up. I'm gonna go back." And they were like, "Yo, bruh, you know what? Good luck." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna go." Then when I went there, like, honestly speaking, I experienced the negative side of the hood. Like I was locking myself in my room, sleeping almost the whole day. I don't know what to do. Like I'm getting a lot of pressure. Like things are not going well at home. Like there was a lot happening to myself, and I kept asking myself a question, like why? Like why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? But in order to go through that, since I was not able to get jobs because I was doubting myself in terms of this art thingy, so I was looking for jobs. Since I managed to get my results from CPUT, of which I passed. Yeah, I passed. So so yeah, a friend of mine just told me about red and yellow. The times that I was lying on my bed the whole day, So he told me about red and yellow, and he came here. And by the time he was here, like he had like the great experience. I think it was the open day, yeah. And I wasn't here that time. So my G told me that, bruh, you should apply there. I'm like, yo, bruh, I didn't plan to start it this year, I just want to get a job because I feel like I have a lot of responsibilities. But when I look carefully on how things were happening at home, I felt like, you know what, let me just extend my knowledge so that when I leave school, I'm just leaving it for good. Like I'm not going back, So while I was lying on my bed, I just tried to apply and all that. But I was like, the time I was applying, I was like, you know what, nah, let me just look for a job again. So I don't know how Bonita tracked my application, but she just came back to me and she was like, Mzukisi, we saw your application was not completed. Please complete your application if you still want to be part of Red and Yellow. I will assist you. So yeah, I did all those things, the test, the letter of motivations, and in that letter of motivation, I made sure that I'm gonna motivate, So, so that's why I'm here, So during that, yeah, I was lying on my bed. It was in the morning, and I received a call from die, and that call was the call that changed my life. So that's the reason why I'm here. It's because of that call, and it was in the morning. That's why I like the Kendrick Lamar lyrics that say top of the morning, top of the morning, you know. So yeah, now here's what's happening is like the reason I got here to Red and Yellow, but I came here unplanned, and like I came to market. I mean to marketing and advertising because I felt like on this business industry that I'm in, I have a lack of knowledge about it. I'm just doing it because I'm capable to do it. Like I have a skill, but I don't have the knowledge, you know, to progress. So yeah, I came to Mac because of that. But during the first times, the first time we were working, the person that I remember was M, and Shivan and Bianca and all others. So during that time, and this message like is strictly to you guys. During that time, I was totally not okay because I was still suffering from a lot of things. Because while I was here, yeah, I was excited that I'm here, but I didn't pay attention to one problem, which is this, and that was something that was draining me. You know, getting to here like every day and all that, like waking up at 4 a.m. You know, and take a bus at 6, get here at 9. And that was like my daily routine. So during that first group, like I was not okay at all because I was unprepared, and also since I didn't plan, like I moved to a Philippines, then things didn't go well. I had to go back to Strand again and start traveling and all that. So on my second group, I felt like a bit better, you know, because at least I was able like to talk, you know, like to spit something out. But on my third group, brand challenge, no, like it was draining me because you know, during that time, like I was also like going through times because that was the time I lost a friend of mine that was shot in the morning, and also a family member passed away for COVID. So my mind was also going through a lot, but also, so during that time, I felt like, nah, man, like, I feel like this is not the right time to be here. Let me just throw the towel, you know? And I spoke to X about this. Yo, X, bruh, I'm gonna throw the towel because I feel like I don't deserve to be here. And X was like, which towel? I'm like, yo, bruh, the red and yellow towel. And he was like, did you guys get towels? I'm like, no, bro, like, I give up, you know, I'm done, bro, I'm done. So like, I came across internet this other day, and I just tried to, you know, to search for motivations. And so instead of throwing this towel, I've decided to use it to erase all the sweat, you know, that I'm having, more especially when I'm traveling when I'm working from Mowbray to here, and also from here to town. Damn, that's massive. So yeah, in terms of avoiding all that, I just went through the internet and I found something that played a huge role in my life, a book called The Secret, you know. So this book really improved my psychology, my way of thinking, in terms of understanding positivity, law of attraction, gratitude, and all those type of things. And another thing that convinced me to read it is that artists like Leonardo da Vinci were using this book in order, you know, to survive through things, you know. So yeah, after this, I felt so much better because, you know, I was like, yo, I understand life from a different perspective. So on my second brand challenge group, I felt like so much better, you know. At least I was able to communicate, you know, to add something, you know, to ask questions and all that. And yo, another thing is that after this, we had like a great time when we went out. And yo, let me just tell you something. Jordan gave me his card. So yeah, after that, so now I'm feeling so much better now. But the question is, have you asked the lecturers a question, and the answer was no. So, are you gonna leave red and yellow without asking a question? Hell no. So, on my last group, which was the last group of red and yellow, there's someone who convinced me to ask my first question, and I was like, I'm just gonna go there, and I'm not gonna look back because the guest lecturer was on Zoom. So I just walked and I made sure that I'm not gonna look back because I knew those faces had reactions, So after that, so this person convinced me to talk, and I've decided to include her here because she also played a huge role on my life, and her name started with J for Joker. I'm kidding, it's Joey. So yeah. So yeah, after this, I was starting to improve a lot of things, and the sad part is that I was starting to enjoy being here on the last times, and that's sad, but it's life, So now after this, I went to workplace learning. Sorry. I went to the workplace learning, which is MNC Saatchi, and on that side, I had two options because I'm an indecisive person. So I was on the media planning side and on the graphic design side, because the graphic design side, art and design, it's something that I grew up doing, and media is something that I enjoy doing, that I like. So when I was there on the media side, yeah, it was nice, but when I was on the graphic design side, I felt like this is real. I deserve to be here. And the way I was working, Victoria decided to take a picture of me, and I appreciate that for doing, because every time when I look at this picture, I'm starting to rethink of those moments, But yeah, so I'm just trying to take this story of mine as an inspiration to a lot of people, because I have a belief that a lot of you here gonna want to start their own businesses in the future. But in future, when you want to start your business, you are going to go through a lot of things, more especially when you have lack of knowledge, So, at the time I was there, Victoria took me around, and the time I was looking the whole company, they are doing media, graphic design, creative, art is also there. I'm like, when I'm looking at this company, this is the whole me. This is me. So before leaving, I was like, I need to do something. And I took a picture, on the quote that describes the decisions that I've been making this year, making sure that you're doing something that you enjoy doing. So yeah, guys, I just wanna, appreciate every moment. I just wanna appreciate everyone, for appreciating me, for making me feel the way I feel today. Because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't feel like this. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone. And one thing before I leave, so the definition behind the importance of not giving up is that, not giving up makes us realize a lot of things about us, makes us realize true colors about us, and it makes us convert our failures into success. So please, do yourself a favor. Never give up, because your victory is right around the corner. Thank you.